Hi, I've got a blade on the bench here today which I'm taking apart because there's a problem with the leaking in the bowl. But what I wanted to show you while I'm taking it to pieces is this. Inside here you have the clamp lever which opens and closes. I'll turn the machine around, the other one's out at the other side. This one's out, look, and that's what it looks like when you take it out. There's a little rubber suction seal cup what goes on the end to seal against the keg. What happens with these is sometimes the motor fails, which is the little motor there, look. The gears fail, there's two gears there, look, one against the other. If the small gear fails, you take the screw there out, this screw, take the screw out, take the cover off, there's a little gear inside, you can pull the gear out, try and straighten the teeth up or get hold of a second-hand gear. What I will do is, that's just to show you, I'll take the other side out and show you how you do it. Just let me, excuse me, just turn the machine back around, and here we go. Before I want to put the camera on my stand, but before I do, I just want to show you. There's two brackets there. There's one there and one there. The bottom one is actually, as you can see there, it's clamped around the back of a pillar there. So you need to, if you can do it with one hand, pull it out there, and if you look there, it actually clamps around the back of that little plastic pillar, so you need to slide it down and out, and you can see the clip there. I'll just turn the machine, turn the camera off, and come back to you when I've got the camera set up. Okay, so here we are set up on the camera, and I'll show you how to take this out and well, put it back together after I've finished. It's just reverse, so you should be able to put it back together yourself. Take this clip off, this one, both clips out, top and bottom out. Split the polystyrene protection cover. And if you need to watch this little blue wire here, because this is for one of the sensors to open and close the keg. If you pull that off, your clamps will constantly open and close. Push it to one side and pull it out. There we go. To get the complete thing out, there's a small pin here. Sometimes you can pull them out, can't move that one, so you need to get something to hold it. Like I've got a small pair of small cutters there which are no good anymore, and knock it out. There it comes, there it goes. So that's that out. Then you pull the whole assembly out gently. Watch these pipes here so you don't crush them or damage them. Little air pipe and the wires going to the motor. Pull it out gently, and as you pull it out, you need to put your fingers up front there, because there's a pin which just falls out there. Look, it falls out of the front clamp there. That's that one. So that's it. You've got the thing out there now. As I said, sometimes this little gear goes, or sometimes this gear goes, or the motor fails. So if you take off this little screw here, take the cover off. You need to do this sometimes to put them back in as well, because if that pin, that long pin, is really difficult to take out, this one, if it's really difficult to take out, you need to slacken this off to actually put the pin back in. So you need to take this out, take the cover off, and there's a little gear. Get hold of some long nose pliers so you can pull the gear out. Look, there it is. Inspect the gear, you can check it round and make sure the teeth are all okay. When you put it back, you need to make sure that the small end goes in first. You can see there's a large and a small end there. The small end goes in first. So you can check the piston and everything else now while it's out. Look, you need to actually put the the long pin back in there. There it goes back in. So you can pivot this without the gearing, and you can see that this little rubber comes out. If you need to change the rubber or inspect the rubber, that comes out. Make sure the switches are okay. There's the wire for the front switch there. These are the 2 wires for the back switch. You can actually disconnect them in the control panel, and you can work the switches backwards and forwards to see if they are actually working. If one of them's not working, if this one's not working on the back, the clamps will close and open again. Sorry, the clamps will open and then close again. They will remain closed when you take the keg out, push the button up to release the clamp. It will release, take the keg out, and they will close again. That's this one. I hope I made that clear. This one is the other way around. This is for the front, which is it's behind this little lever here. I don't want to take it completely to pieces. A bit fiddly putting it back together, but there is a switch behind there, and that gives it the opposite effect. So when it closes, it will constantly open. That's the fault with those switches. I hope that gives you a bit of insight into how this thing works. To put the gear back in, just get the small end lined up with the, I think it's about there. Push it back in, cover back on, and put it back together in reverse order. You can catch up with me on my YouTube channel, which you have actually I have YouTube and Facebook. That's why I say YouTube, you might be on Facebook. Both YouTube and Facebook channels at Blade Repairs DIY. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I will be doing more videos in the future. Cheers.